Good midday, good midday, good midday, good wonderful mid of the day. The changes are coming. The season can't make up its mind what it wants to do, but the word of the Lord is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. And for that, we bless his whole. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Praying that you're doing well. Excuse me. I'm trying to drink my water. Um, It's just we got everything going on today. It is such a wild day today. We got Lowe's delivering the shingles that we need. I got to go pick up 2x4s and some other stuff for the work that needs to be done to repair the roof. Where the bathroom is, we got Adam and Eve in here flushing out stuff because we got the funeral Saturday and the repast, and they're putting in a new hot water heater, and it's just, oh my God, Minister Sarah, Jemison, Nancy, Minister Faye, and that's not including some of the other stuff that I got going on. Denise, how are you? And so it is just one of those that we're just trying to get it together, okay, Sharon, because this is the Lord's house, and I refuse to allow it to fall apart, to be junky. I'm just not going to do. Thank you, Iris. I appreciate that. Tom, good to have you. Deborah, Lavonda, and so it is a crazy day today. Linda, how are you? Tamika, how you hanging in there, Tamika? Don't make me have to check up on you. Um, yeah, there's so much going on because um, it is what it is. We got to make sure that stuff is cleaned out. We got to make sure everything is the way it is, and then we're looking forward to in a few weeks tearing up the floor in the kitchen, putting some new flooring down. It's the Lord's house, and we have to make sure that it is in order. Chaplain Hearns, Andrea, bless you. Okay, I'm just checking. I'm just thank you, Deborah, for sharing. I appreciate that. I'm doing I need to do. Stephanie, how are you? We got to get it done, and that's not including okay, this thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button. Not including some other stuff that needs to be taken care of, and it is what it is, and it do be what it do be. Okay, and so Elder Carter, bless you. Sister Rains, how are you? Thank you so much for being here with us on Mary Green from the Natty. So glad that you are with us on today. So they're just contractor came through, the winds blew shingles up on the old building and the new building, and it's just like wow. And we're not turning it into the insurance company. We're going to pay for it because if you turn in too many things, as we have seen happen. Hey, Laverne Dean, as has happened before, the next thing you know, your premiums go up ridiculously high because we're in a red line area. You'll figure that out later. What I just said, because I think it's funny that if you're in the prominent area, excuse me, doesn't matter how many claims you turn in or what those claims cost, they get taken care of. But when you're in a red line area, and that red lining is not just for insurances, but for loans as well. You just certain things you have to do to protect things, and so we're just doing what we need to do the way we need to do it. Okay, and so it keeps me busy, but bless His holy name. And then we're getting I did some work on a couple of the portable PA systems so that they will be ready to roll for the session of the state as well as the women's retreat that's coming up next week. So, you do what you got to do. Sister Thomas, how are you? Carolyn, bless you. And I'm just going to make sure I'm going to make sure that all is well. It was funny. Hey, Lisa. Um, um, Pastor Johnson said, "Oh my God, your mics are unbelievable." And I gave her the name of the microphones that we bought. We just changed them all out. We did what we needed to do because I'm just not going to sound like a Radio Shack church. We're a church of excellence, and so that means stuff needs to be replaced and repaired. You just don't sit back and look at it and let it fall apart, and then you just stare at it like, "Oh, I guess we're gonna get around to sometime." No, it don't work like not with me. Not up in here. Up in here. Okay. So we do what we need to do. We get it done. So continue to pray for Kim as we prepare to celebrate her mom's life. Pray for all of these people because there's quite a few people who have lost loved ones, and we need to continue to lift it. Because don't you fool yourself. Just because it has knocked on someone else's door, don't mean it won't knock on yours. Mm. So we need to remember those. Listen, I got a question. Hey, Shirley, is Cora on? I didn't see Cora. I don't know if Cora is on here or not. Because usually, between Cora and Kathy, they are the ones. They are the ones who do the toe curling because they say I seem to be able to step on theirs more than anybody else. But I ain't aiming. It just happens. My question, April, how are you? My question, Vernice, is are you willing, Barbara, to pay the price for success? LMA, how are you? Mm, mm. Are you willing to pay the price for success? Okay. Please do. Please, Tamika, let your mama know. And the reason I'm saying, and when I talk about success, Dr. Pamela, I'm not talking about secular success. I'm not talking about recognition success, but what I'm talking about is ministry success. Ooh, Herma, how are you? Because ministry success comes with a price. Mm. Too many people want to be successful without the challenge of pushback. Too many people want to be successful without the challenge of suffering. Mm. And then there won't be a snapshot tomorrow. I got appointments that I have to go to, but I want to deal with this. Dr. James, how are you, sir? And so, I love it. I love it. What you have to? Hey, Cora, how are you? Too many people want to be famous and known and have notoriety, but what they fail to understand is that it comes with a price. And I'm still in Romans chapter 8 verses 16 and 17. I'm still there. And the reason I'm closing out with that, because I've got some other promises I'm going to talk about next week, is the fact that we get all hyped up about the Spirit bearing witness, and we get all of that, and we're heirs, and we get all of that, and joint heirs with Christ, we get all of that. But where's the willing to suffer? Because the joint heir connection is also equated to your ability to go through things. Mm. If you provided we suffer with him in order that we may also be glorified with him. King James Version says, reign with him. I want us to think about this, okay? Chaplain Hearns, because I think too many people want the glory train without the suffering. Too many people want the grandiose with without going through the grinder of issues and time and problems and circumstance. Sister Thomas, how are you? Pierre, bless your heart. There was a particular period of time in my ministry when I looked at what I called the famous preachers, the famous, the ones that everybody, Erica, bless you, dear. Everybody went running, hollering, and shouting. And sometimes it sounded like what they was running and hollering and shouting about didn't mean much of anything. Because at that particular time, you look at that quote unquote fame, but what you don't see is what they had to go through to get there. I never criticize a TD Jakes. I never criticize a Creflo Dollar. I never criticized a Freddie Price. I uh, or a Eddie Long or Nadine. I've never criticized a J. Lewis Felton. I'm dealing with mega churches because a whole lot of times. Uh, Pastors can become overwhelmingly critical of mega because there's in their sight is still many. Okay, y'all don't like me, but I'm calling it the way it need to be called, and Jamal Harrison Bryant and some of the others, the Texas guys and the California guys, and hey Deborah, how are you, Debbie? Good to have you here, and so you look at them and you go, oh my God, if I could just have 10,000 people listen to me every Sunday, if I could have this, that, or the other. And what many people fail to understand or to recognize is the level of sacrifice and suffering that they went through to get there. Many of us can't handle a stubbed toe, no less being criticized nationally and internationally because at the level that I'm at, there's always some level of criticism, but that's minuscule in comparison to the level that these people experience or have experienced. Many of them started out with congregations of 10 or 15, and now they're up to 5,000, 8,000, 10,000, 12,000, 20,000. And so what you have to know, okay, is that in order for God to elevate you, you got to go through the suffering that is necessary in order for him to reign, or in order for you to reign with him. I want us to get this because too many times we shout on one part of the passage, but we're not willing to encapsulate the other. It says here in the, can I read it? Can I read it? Can I read it? Because I think we need to see his. The Spirit Himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God. And if children, then heirs, heirs of God and fellow heirs with Christ, provided we suffer with Him in order that we might be glorified with Him. Yeah, yeah, y'all got the, part of this may not, and I'm dealing with churches, but I'm dealing with ministry, I'm dealing with work. If God is not sending people your way for you to minister to, now I didn't say sing to, I didn't say preach to, I didn't say any of that. I didn't say usher to and nurse to and deacon to and deaconess to. That's not what I'm saying. What you've got to recognize is that if you are found faithful in ministry and that ministry brings with it a level of suffering. With it, a level of misunderstanding. With it, those who will criticize every single thing that comes out of your mouth, then you're not ready to be glorified with him. Ooh. Ooh, teach, Pastor. Teach, Pastor. I'm doing the best I know how. Because many of us are so thin skinned that if anybody looks at us the wrong way, we get attitudinal. Or if we don't get attitudinal, we get mean and hateful. And what we fail to understand is that as you are elevated to a higher level, so too is the attack. You actually think for 1 second that the enemy is going to sit back and say, oh, yeah, go ahead and attack my kingdom and make me look foolish and all. No, he's not. He's going to push back, and he's going to push back hard. He's going to push back furiously. That's why you better know the promises. Oh, teach, teach. You better know what God has said for yourself. And when you know that you know that you know, you'll recognize clearly no weapon formed against you can prosper. It will launch, it will come at you, it will try to invade your space, but it cannot, Della, it cannot prosper. Excuse me. And all I'm trying to get us to see, and all I'm trying to get us to understand, greatness does not come without sacrifice. Minister Davis, greatness does not come without suffering. Greatness does not come without those moments of wondering whether you can put one foot in front of the other. Greatness does not come without those lonely moments when all of your friends ain't got time for you because you just whining and crying. Real greatness only comes when you recognize he's a friend that sticks closer than a brother. Greatness only comes when you recognize greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Elder Clay, greatness only comes when you understand, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Greatness only comes when you walk through the valley of the shadow of death and you fear no evil because you know God is with you. Greatness only comes when you go through what you got to go through, because you ain't going through just for the fun of going through. You're going through so that God can remake you for the next going through. Quit being envious of the popular. Quit being envious of the folk on stage. Quit being envious of the people whose names are called more than yours. Here's what you better recognize: at least somebody is calling your name. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I done kept y'all too long. Listen, 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 listen. I pray that you have a fabulous weekend. I pray that God's power and presence rests upon you in a way like never before. I pray that you make your way to the house of God. 528 Lincoln Avenue is open, but listen, we're not the only ones. I pray that you recognize clearly that the promises of God are yea and amen. I got to go. I got to get stuff together and keep it moving. Love y'all. Every one of you, whether you're alive or whether you watch later. I love you with the love of Jesus, who is the Christ. May God bless you. May he keep you. Is our prayer.